Guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm jumping in with my April faves! Yay! I wouldn't say April was like a huge month of like stuff. I was more or less like doing stuff around the house, like cleaning the house, working on my garden, which is going to be a fave, and I'm going to like talk about that. But it was mostly like stuff like that, and just kind of using the things that I have, which are faves as well. So yeah, let's just jump into some goodies. I do have to say that with faves videos, I just like putting stuff out there, and I like watching other people's faves videos because it gives me ideas to maybe utilize things I already have, or maybe there was like something that I was looking for but I couldn't quite like figure out what it was called or something. You know, somebody mentions it in a faves video and I'm like, oh. So that's kind of why I like doing these videos. It's not just like people need to go out and like buy things, but it could be just repurposing things that you already have and just kind of like thinking about things in a new way. So kind of like the hangman with stuff that you already have. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into our fave. The first one is a book, and it's called The Natural Artistry of Dreams, and that is by Jill Melick. And it says creative ways to bring the wisdom of dreams to waking life. I haven't gotten too far in it, as you can see, but this was a deck that one of my good friends out in Jersey had given me from her bookstore. You know, sometimes when the bookstores like have sales, like we have that at our local library, like it'll be like $1 and $2 books, and like it's a total score. Like I love used books, and I like going to the bookstore for that, and also like on Amazon buying things used, you know. But anyway, this one, I believe the copyright is, it's 1996. And in here, it's unique because it offers a lot of different viewpoints when it comes to dreams. Like, what do they mean? Like, psychologically speaking, spiritually speaking, you know, all this. And just kind of, and like I said, I'm not that far into the book, but I just find it really intriguing so far. I've been super busy. I know you're like, well, you're on quarantine. How are you busy? But I'm a teacher as well. And so a few weeks ago, was it on the 20th? Well, anyway, yeah, a few weeks ago, yeah, because we're starting week 3 this week. We started our distance learning with our students. And so it's been interesting. We've had a lot of Zoom meetings with staff, like with the principal. We have to have Zoom meetings like every like Tuesday and Wednesday, and I have to have an online Zoom meeting, you know, with my students. And students are like contacting me around the clock now. Some of them are trying to contact me at like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and I'm like not awake. But so yeah, I start getting like student emails around 7 till about like 3 or 4 a.m. So 7 a.m. to 3 or 4 a.m. But anyway, so yeah, with the little bit of time that I have, I've been trying to read this book, and I do find it fascinating. Hopefully I can maybe get through it, finish it in May. Let's see. My next fave is a stuffy that my dude got me, and his name's Cumi. He has made an appearance on my channel before. He is a little cumulus cloud, so we call him Cumi. And it's like, how many clouds do you know that have feeties? He's got little corduroy feeties. He's just so cute, like, okay, and another fave that's actually, it's been a fave for a few months now, is the Tropical Bliss candle that we get from Costco. It's very slow burning, so I'm pretty sure this is going to take me a couple of decades to get through. It smells so divine. I think this was like, I don't know, maybe like $10, under $10 at Costco. And like I said, this is going to burn for probably my entire lifetime. But this is made, well, I think I remember what was in it, but it's like pineapple, mango, like passion fruit, and I think there was like one other thing in there, but yeah, it just smells so good. And you guys know me, I'm like a little islandy girl, so I'm all about the things that smell super islandy. So I only burn this really when I'm making tea. I use candles for certain things, and so this is kind of like I'm in vacation mode. We're relaxing. We're winding down now. We're having tea. It is the evening. And so I start getting sleepy as soon as I start burning this candle. So, and since I'm only burning it at night, it probably is going to take my whole lifetime to burn through. Okay, speaking of tea, I have a couple of mugs to show you that I think I got in April. Pretty sure it was either like March and April. So March and April. I'm showing you two mugs, but the third mug is in the kitchen sink. It needs to get washed, so maybe I'll show it since it's gonna stay a fave. So maybe I'll show it in May. But the first one is a custom-made mug that my dude made for me. You had me at Meow. And he had it custom made so it looks just like our kitties. It looked kind of like me, so it has my name, has Loki's name, has Wally's name, and then our old cat Presley with the little angel wings because he has crossed over the Rainbow Bridge. But I thought this was so sweet, and yeah, so this is gonna be my favorite mug for all time. The second mug, we actually saw it on like Joe Rogan's podcast, but it says conquer your inner bee. Yes, so I like to have me some tea in here. Gets me motivated. Okay, moving on to snacks. There was a couple of snacks that we picked up in April, and they're so good, and I love showing off snacks to you guys. These ones are both vegan, so those of you that are vegetarian, vegan, these are good snacks for you. The first snack is called shiitake mushroom by the Snack Yard, crispy, crunchy, and seasoned. It literally is just mushrooms. This is ingredients: shiitake mushroom, sea salt, maltose, sustainable palm oil, yeast extract, spices, and natural flavor. It is so good, you guys. So good. Oh, and then for sugars, it's really just, I guess, the sugars that came from the mushrooms. But this is addictive. I would say more addictive than potato chips. They're very addictive. The second bag of snacks is goji berries. So the ingredients: organic goji berries. Boom, mic drop. That's all that's in it. So again, those of you kind of whatever eating plans that you guys are on, this is probably going to be pretty good. I prefer fresh goji berry, of course, but our goji berry bush out front is not producing goji berries right now because it's not goji berry season. So I'm going to have to settle for these dried ones. And there's only so much of these you can eat. So I'm thinking this is going to take a while before I make it through the whole bag because it is dense with goji berry, and all I can really eat is like a handful before I'm like, we've had enough. But it was delicious. My next fave was something that I made in March, but it's still a fave, and I keep it on my altar now, and I think it's just going to stay on my altar. But it's a little clay sloth that I made with a little clay kit that my friend out in Belgium got me for Christmas. And so I finally had time now, to do this little clay guy. And I put him on top of a piece of selenite. So this is a very thin piece of selenite, just because I think it's taking forever for him to dry. It's been like weeks. It's been like over a month, and he's like not even dry at all. I don't even know how to get this guy to dry. But anyway, his name, my friend Steph decided we should call him Ricky. So this is Ricky. Welcome. Welcome. He is going to be on my altar forever. Yeah, hello, everybody. Hello. Okay, scents. I only have really one scent that I was working with mostly in April, although, I did have other scents, but there was one that was like the main one that I use most often. And this one was for not only to smell nice, but I felt like it was really bringing that change of season. And with the change of season, I'm also trying to bring like about changes in my life. So this is the Divine Blossom. I think I've showed it before. It's by the Witch's Moonbox, and it just smells really good. To me, it smells like love, and it smells like spring and summer. Spring and summer. Yes, the lighter, happier months. And so I've been, just a little dab behind the ears, a little dab on the wrists, a little here, and it makes me just feel like springtime, sunshine, happy time. And then another fave is a spell that I did. And see, I have, before school like officially started again online, I had like a lot more time, and so I was doing like more spell work, which I haven't been able to do a whole lot of altar work and spell work, because usually I'm pretty busy with the day to day, and normally I'd be right in like we'd be at the start of like league prelims going into league finals for track and field. So this would be a really busy time for me. So it's nice that I have, a little bit of this extra time, I guess, at least just to be at home. So in here I have a particular spell that I made. Again, this little bag is just so cute. It's got a little fairy here, and this was also from one of my good friends. Like I said, same friend out in Jersey, the one that gave me the awesome book. And I think she had put something else in here, but yeah, I have a little spell going on in here, and it makes me happy every time I see it, and I just keep it on my altar. And yeah, so spell work, that's been a fave, because I finally get to do that stuff. Because although I try to impart magic in my day every day anyway, with my tea, and if I'm ever like out watering the garden, I'm always putting intention, I'm always doing stuff. But to have a sit down and do a proper spell, I have not had the time, so it feels really good. So yes. All right, another fave of mine is a product I think I added to my shop at the start of April, like the very start of April, and that is my witch kits. And this is actually my very last witch kit is in here. So this is my love spell kit, and it has rose petals from my garden. There's a little tumbled stone in there. I put together these oils myself. So this is, like I said, my love spell kit. But I sold out of my money spell kits, and I sold out of my astral projection spell kits. So I'm just down to this last love one. So, if you're interested, I'm very proud of these, because it was something that was on my mind for like a year. I was like, I want to make witch kits, and it's based off a simplified version of like my own spells that I do. So yay. Also, I got two little, it's like the foldable bins, like the storage bins, the fabric bins. And I got a couple that I guess were technically meant for children's rooms, but I like using them for my tarot decks, and I usually store them underneath my altar here. But I've been just keeping out all my decks because I've been using them for various photography things and things for Instagram, which has been nice. I've been having a little bit more time for that. But anyway, I'll insert a couple of pictures. I got a little elephant bin. I thought he was just so cute, so adorable. And then I also got a bumblebee, because as you guys know, I'm all into bumblebees, and my fancy car is called Viper Bee, so I'm all about bees. I love bee energy. I can't forget my garden. My garden is my fave because I've been working on that since school was like let go on like March 13th, on Friday the 13th. So I've been working on that, and now since we've had more rain, I do have to go back and like pull a few more weeds and tidy it up again. But for now, like I feel really good with it, and now I'm just giving my roses some treatment because they have gotten black spot because of all the rains. But yeah, it's just very magical to me right now. Everything is all in bloom. It's so pretty. So yes, my yard. That is my forever fave. I like just sitting in my yard and just like walking around my yard. The backyard is a different story, but the front yard, yes. At least that one is it feels good. It feels good. Okay, and then what you guys have all been waiting for, possibly, are the decks that I have been working with in the month of April. Not too many, like I said. I've been just, I don't know, working on stuff that I haven't been able to have time to work on, like hanging pictures in my home. Haven't had time to like hang pictures. So now the artwork has been hung in my home. Being able to make like really fun videos for you guys. Like I like making fun videos, but usually I don't have time to get too intricate with my videos. So I did fun things like it was like a tarot inspired workout, then it was tarot inspired makeup, and then I did like a witchy glow up, glow up. Blow up the glow up. And then, just like other things that are just like fun with the tarot, and just like That's been a fave, is just getting more creative with you guys, and all of that. Yeah, I like that I've been able to do a lot of other things, and just like more journaling. Hello, I haven't been able to do tons of that, and just writing poetry. I haven't written poetry in forever. So this past like month, I got to write some poems. It was great. I get to participate in like some of the Instagram like challenges, which I never really get to do. Photography challenges. That was a lot of fun. I miss doing photography. um, so yeah. So anyway, let's jump into those decks. The first deck is the Hush Tarot. This is by Jeremy Hush. I need to do a review of this one, seriously. I love this one. I think it's very shadowy. To me, it's like, I've mentioned it before, it's like if your dreams were seen in waking life. You know how your dreams are just a little weird and a little odd, and like things represent other things, but it's not really meant to be taken literally, and like anything is possible in your dreams. That's what I kind of feel like the Hush Tarot is. And sometimes our dreams seem dark, even though it may not be a scary dream or a nightmarish dream, but it's like stuff can get kind of weird, which seems almost kind of dark or twisted, but it wasn't really meant to be that way in your dream. But seeing it in waking life, of course, it could look a little dark, it could look a little shadowy, and maybe it is, because it's your subconscious just playing things out. So yeah, I like being able to use the Hush Tarot actually mainly for dream work, because I feel it's more like a dream type deck. So if I'm doing like some shadow work through dream work, yes, this is the deck that I was using in April. And an oldie but a goodie is actually the Tarot Banksy, and that is by Coupe de Lou, who I follow on the Instagrams. She's a fabulous artist. I think she has a very interesting life. And this was the fancy version. I actually had bought the OG indie version before, and then this is, well, it's also an indie deck, but this is like the upgraded. Like, she was able to get, different cardstock. She was able to get gilded edging. She was able to make it non-laminated and, just like that kind of matty cardstock, and kind of tweak the images just ever so slightly, but not too big of a difference. And yeah, I like how the Tarot Banksy reads. It's kind of got some sass to it, and it's like the haha, I'm joking, but seriously, kind of thing going on. So yeah, the Tarot Banksy, another really awesome one. Coupe de Lou, really, really awesome artist. I'm a huge fan of artists, which is why I have so many decks, because then I get to have like so many cards of their art, which is great. And then there are two decks that I was using in tandem in the month of April, and of course it's by the same creator, but Claire Goodchild's Memento Mori and her Antique Anatomy Tarot. I do have her other Antique Anatomy Tarot. This one's the Ephemera edition. I have the like other edition, the first edition. And there was the Oracle of Oddities that I've wanted to get. I've always wanted to get, but I'll have to see if it ever comes back in print. But anyway, so yes, I've loved using these two together. The Memento Mori is a Lenormand / Oracle deck. I mean, you could just use it as an Oracle, or you can take out the Lenormand cards and read it that way. But this has been really good for spirit work, and I like using spirit with the other deck as well. So I think the images are fantastic. I think she did a great job. And you know what I'm noticing? My decks were kind of dark, I guess, for April, which is weird because I was like I don't know, I wouldn't say I was in a static mood, but I wasn't definitely not feeling in a dark mood. So, and this one is the Antique Anatomy Ephemera edition. Also freaking fantastic. I don't know, maybe that's something I should work on a little bit. Like, why was I feeling drawn to more shadowy, darker type decks for the month of April? I was definitely not in a depression. I would say I was in like a little bit of a funk, but I don't know. That's kind of weird. And then the last one, I mean, of course it's going to be a fave. It's my deck. It's Wally's World Oracle. So a healing journey through sacred sites. So this is one that was community created and community funded on Kickstarter. And I've been doing some meditation with it, but also I've been using it a lot with tarot. So there's my gilded edges, and it's actually a rose from my garden and my favorite stone. So yeah, I still have these on my website in case you guys are interested. But yeah, I've liked diving into this. I've liked doing a lot of healing work, both for Earth, for people, for the universe, for myself, for, you know, all types of like journey type work. So this is, I mean, I'm always working with it, yes, because it's my deck, but I think I was working with it even more than usual in the month of April. All right, you guys, so that's it. Those were all of my April faves. So, I mean, just like an eclectic mass of goodies here and there, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love watching your guys' faves, by the way, too. I don't always comment on everybody's video, but I always give it a thumbs up. So, hey, if you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click the ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com, where I have my Wallys World Oracle, I have my room and body sprays, I have my salves, I have the last of my witch kits in there, so definitely check it out. And just a few other, you know, goodies here and there, a lot of different types of readings, so definitely check that out. And if you want to throw a little of my way, think about joining the KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot. I have lots of crystally goodness, I have vloggy goodness, I have witchy live chats and spirit communication chats and monthly readings and, you know, personal readings and stuff like that. And so if that interests you, definitely go check it out. It helps me to do more of, you know, fun videos for you guys and content, and hopefully some meetups in the future again, you know, so that I can help as many people as possible out there. So anyway, I will catch you spiritual homies later. I wish you all an awesome sauce May. Whether you are celebrating Beltane at this time or you are celebrating Samhain, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of the year and going into the month of May and then eventually June. So anyway, I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.